Welcome back to Sistory History with your hosts Laura and Caroline, where the past isn't just about dates, battles and emperors, but about all things sensory. The morning salutatio is over, thank goodness, and now we're peeking behind the curtain into the perfumed and powdered world of ancient Roman hair and cosmetics.
Appearances meant a lot in a world where literacy is estimated to have been as low as 10%. Women and men alike curled, dyed, plucked and painted themselves, all in the name of beauty. Skin whitening, elaborate towering hairstyles, face creams of crocodile dung, and even fake skin was used in an attempt to create the perfect public face. But this wasn't just reserved for the elite. If you couldn't afford to import crocodile dung, budget-friendly options were available, such as red wine to colour the lips or soot to outline the eyes. And, as we will see, the male authors of the time had quite a few opinions on these pruning practices. So, Laura, which opinionated fellows are joining us in the dressing room today?
Oh, we've got three very opinionated chappies because one of them we're using twice. We have Martial, writing 1st century CE, born in Spain, moved to Rome in his 20s, living under the Flavian emperors. And his works were witty epigrams, excerpts about daily life, observations, witticisms.
Yep.
We have Ovid, Roman poet, 1st century BCE. Now, he was writing during the reign of Emperor Augustus, who actually banished him from Rome, probably due to a combination of racy poetry and scandalous behaviour.
It seems a bit harsh, but fine.
I know, but also seems fun.
Yeah.
Would want to hang out.
Oh, yeah. He's welcome in the dressing room.
Yeah. Would you get up at 5 a.m. for him?
No.
No.
Martial?
Mm. Oh, well.
But he wouldn't ask me to. That's the difference.
That's true, yeah. Anyway, third chappie is Juvenal, poet and satirist, early 2nd century CE. Now, he was the one who was writing satires attacking the corruption of the emperors like Domitian and Hadrian, etc.
Yes.
Caroline, would you like to go first this week?
Oh, I would. Thank you, Laura.
You're very welcome.
Kind. This week, I've actually done a bit of translation myself. I mean, I did use Google Translate.
I was going to say, you didn't study that.
It took me a really long time. So this is my translation of the epigram. And the reason being, a lot of the traditional Victorian translations, or maybe even further back actually, they left out some of the, shall we say, the fruitier elements.
The racy elements.
Yeah.
The best bits.
I know, they censored it, basically.
Ugh, boring.
So I guess we need a fruit alarm, because it's a bit fruity.
Oh, I see. A small bell.
Ding, 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 ding. Yep. Fruit alarm. This is Martial Epigram 9.37 to Galla. Mm-hmm. While you are at home, Galla, you are being dressed in the middle of the Subura. Your hair is done without you, Galla. Your teeth stored in silk at night. You lie in 100 different boxes. Nor with you does your face sleep. You look at me from under eyebrows which are brought to you in the morning. You choose to ignore the grey hairs of your privates, which now resemble your grandparents, and ask for 600 sesterces. But even though the penis is deaf and one-eyed, he still sees you.
Wow. Do you think you got that translation right?
I mean, the Victorians left out pubics.
And penis?
Yep. They called it nature.
Nature?
Yeah.
That's
I know. It's definitely
inaccurate.
Penis.
I love the line, you lie in 100 boxes.
Good, isn't it?
It's beautiful.
Martial introduces Galla as a woman who's getting ready, but not at home.
Outside.
In public. In the Subura, which was the busy, kind of lower class neighbourhood of Rome. Her physical body is at home, but her public beauty is being constructed elsewhere by others.
So in makeup shops and things.
Her wig is being styled somewhere.
Right.
For example. Her face is painted on. And all the parts that together make a person and supposedly make her beautiful, in inverted commas, they're not actually part of her. They're being stored in a load of boxes at night.
With you?
So Marshall is using... Oh, we're talking about touch. Have I said that?
No.
Oh.
Okay.
Marshall is using distance or lack of touch to expose deception. He's saying Galla's beauty isn't real. It's remote. It's fragmented.
It's not even on her.
It's not even on
at
her.
this point.
And then she's constructed like a Mr. Potato Head.
Right. Didn't think you were going to say that.
So from lack of touch, we then switch over into actual touch. Marshall says what might look good at a distance all falls apart.
So all that effort, and it's not even worth it.
When he gets up close.
Whoa.
Or when he's being intimate, at least. The touch exposes the lies. So when you kiss her, you realise her teeth aren't real. For example, the Romans had false teeth. Either human teeth were used, or perhaps ivory or animal bone. And they would be wired together and then wired to your existing teeth, if you know what I mean, kind of slotted in. And Galla's must have been expensive because she keeps her false teeth wrapped in silk overnight in a box.
Okay.
Very nice. Her eyebrows, which if you recall are delivered to her in the morning.
I like that, yes.
It's on a tray.
Yeah.
It might start to go a bit wonky, I guess,
Do you
as
think
the day
there's
wears
a
on.
couple of different styles and she can choose how she feels?
The big ones.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't say this, but I once knew a man and he was definitely bald, but he wore a wig. But he had several wigs, so it would make it look like his hair was growing over the course of the month.
And then he'd go and get a haircut.
And then he'd start again.
Okay.
With the smallest wig.
Yeah.
And then it would grow in inverted commas.
Okay.
Very clever.
Yeah, I like it.
Off topic, but so Galla's eyebrows, yeah, they might start to fall down, I guess, as the evening goes on, or if in an embrace.
Might come off, or the glue might weaken.
Exactly. So everything that is natural and warm, on Galla at least, is cold and fake.
Oh.
It's very much what the eye sees versus what the body feels. You can fool the public, maybe even yourself if you ignore your grey pubes. But, and this is the crux of it, you can't deny the physical reality. And by that, what Marshall is essentially saying is that he can't get it up.
No.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah. The great line, even though the penis is deaf and one-eyed.
Oh, yeah.
You can't fool my penis.
Right. Burn.
And that's what offends him. It's not that she's old.
No.
It's that she's pretending she isn't.
Right. So it's the sort of the lie, the deception.
Yeah.
That he's not keen on.
The constructed illusion of youth. And she wants 600 sesterces, by the way.
What does she
pleasure.
want that for? For a night with her?
It's unclear whether she's a prostitute or whether she's saying we should get married and this is what my dowry should be, I guess.
Okay.
But I think she's more likely a prostitute. 600 sesterces could buy you a donkey.
Right, okay.
So that's a lot.
So that's no small amount. It's a working animal
Yeah.
that can transport you and can carry stuff. It's a worthy, valuable animal.
Yeah. Galla, basically, he's saying it's a ridiculous amount of money to ask. You're not real. And
your eyebrows are wonky.
Your eyebrows have fallen off.
And I can't get it up.
So touch is sensorial proof of her deception.
Wow.
There you go.
That
Galla.
got deep.
He didn't.
Oh, Caroline! Hope Mum and Dad aren't listening.
Fruit alarm!
Goodness. Well, shall I move us on to Ovid? Because
Quickly.
that will get better. No, actually, this one isn't too racy. So this is from the Ars Amatoria, the arts of love.
Yes.
Ovid is giving guidance and advice to people, to ladies, about how to conduct themselves, tricks of the trade, etc. Shall I tell you the sense, or do you want to guess after?
You can tell me this one.
Smell.
Ooh.
This is Ovid, Ars Amatoria, lines 205 to 217. There is a little book of mine in which I spoke of treatments for your looks. Small, but in regards to the care, a great work. In there also seek assistance for damaged beauty. My art is not idle when it concerns your interests. Nevertheless, a lover should not catch the boxes exposed on the table. The concealment of art aids your appearance. Who would not be off-ended by muck smeared all over the face when, having slipped because of its weight, drips onto a warm bosom? How the wool grease stinks, though the oil extracted from the sheep's unwashed fleece be sent from Athens. I would not approve of blended hind marrow being applied in front of others, nor teeth cleaned in front of others. Such things will bestow beauty, but will be unbeautiful to the sight. And many things, while foul when being done, are pleasing when done.
Okay. So this lady's putting her face on, is she?
Yes. Here he's describing the muck, that he's clearly not very keen on, is some sort of skin treatment. So it's sort of like a either a moisturiser or a mask or a
treatment.
Treatment, yes. It's made from the grease of sheep's wool.
Yes, lanolin.
Lanolin, yeah, that's the modern word, would be lanolin to us. In Latin, it was aesopum. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. Oesypum.
Yep, not going to try that one.
We would know it as lanolin. And actually, I think it's still used as a moisturiser and a softening balm. So it's definitely got qualities that make it a sensible treatment, for sure. Now, Ovid's using some pretty negative language here. We've got muck.
Yeah.
Stinks.
Yeah.
Smeared. And now we're told it stinks. Is that true? Or is Ovid just being a bit dramatic?
No, I think lanolin does stink.
Now, this is true, and Google confirmed as much.
Oh, good. I'm pleased.
Because Google said that it has a sheepy, earthy smell.
No.
Much stronger when it's in its natural, unrefined state. So presumably it is, if we're talking ancient Rome. So it's sounding not great.
She's going to smell like a farmyard.
Well, interesting you say that, because a modern-day Reddit user posted about applying lanolin butter as a moisturiser and was very distressed when she ended up smelling like, and I quote, farm.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah.
So this is actually a very smelly product.
Right, yeah. I mean, Ovid's right to call it stinky then.
Yeah. He tells us that it's extracted from the unwashed sheep fleece, which doesn't bode well, though it is from Athens, and I think that's meant to be an accolade.
Right, so even the best sheep.
Yeah, even the Athenian sheep
stink. Still stinky.
Yeah. And also, to top it all off, we have the delightful image of this product slipping greasily off the face, down onto the bosom as the body warms, no doubt wafting out its pungent, farmy smell as it goes. Are you enjoying this? No? You know when you've touched something that you don't like the smell of, and you just can't get it off your fingers?
Yeah.
This is what came into my head when I was reading this. And it's going to be, well, it's already on your face and on your boobs. Yeah. It's probably got in your hair.
Yeah, see, that's
If you're putting it around your face, it's going to be really difficult not to get some in your hair. And it's sticky. You know how, well, I know how you feel about smells and hair. Yeah? You look really cross right now.
I'm livid, actually.
Well, we should probably leave it there then.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. With the smell that we cannot remove.
No.
Well, why don't we stick with Ovid then? Because my next source, my final source indeed, is Ovid. Really, he's a very opinionated man. In this poem, Ovid is talking to his girlfriend Carina, maybe the same lady.
Maybe.
Covered in lanolin. And I want you to think about touch again, so I'm doing a very touchy-feely episode. Here we go. Ovid, the Amores, book 1.14, Her Hair. I said, stop dyeing your hair. Now you've no hair left to dye. Since it was so luxuriant, why did you fuss? And when you let it down, it used to hang to your waist. Why? It was so fine you were scared to curl it. It was like a coloured veil of Chinese silk, or the slender thread spun by a spider. It wasn't black, nor was it golden. However, not quite either. A colour mixed from both, like a tall cedar stripped of its bark. And it was easy to manage, fit for 100 styles, and was never a cause of trouble to you. No pin or tooth of a comb ever pulled in tangles and broke it. The girl doing your hair was never bruised or scratched. I used to watch her combing and arranging your locks. No, never a hairpin did you grab and stab her in the arm. Still the hairs were fine like fleece. Alas, what suffering they had to bear. How they offered themselves patiently to the steel and fire. As their waves were twisted and tied in ringlets, I cried out, "It's wicked, wicked to scorch your hair. As fine as it is, go carefully with the steel. Have pity on your head. Now your hair has fallen out, and you alone are responsible. You yourself mixed the poison and put it on your head. Now Germany will send you her captured locks of hair, and a conquered race will save you from the shame of baldness."
Ooh.
He's angry.
He is angry. So she has over-dyed and over-styled her hair, and she has damaged it.
It's all falling out.
I love how he said, it used to be so easy to manage, as if he was some sort of stylist.
Vidal Sassoon. The focus is on the loss of her natural hair, obviously, which she's ruined with dyes, curling irons, and overstyling. The whole poem is very tactile. It's about the feel of something that's gone.
That she hasn't got anymore.
Corinna's hair is described as this incredibly soft, delicate thing. Ovid compares it to fleece, Chinese silk, and even the threads spun by a spider. Very similar to my hair. I'm sure you
Of course.
Tatty.
Tatty.
Do you remember my Italian hairstylist who said, "It's very tatty"?
No.
Yes.
Oh.
It was hair that not mine. Corinna's hair was hair that invited itself to be touched. Very intimate. He tells us what she did to it. There is fire and steel and poison dye and scorching and twisting. He personifies her hair, describes how it suffered and even offered itself up for torture because it was so amenable. A few things here. The Romans would use curling irons, really similar to what we use today, and they were called calamistrum.
Would they just heat them in a flame?
Heat them in an ember, I guess, yeah. And you wind the hair around it when it's hot. Here's a fun fact for you though, Laura. The same word calamistrum is used for the bristles on spiders' legs, which comb the silk fibres out when they're spinning their webs.
Oh my word.
There you go. Hair dyes might be made of rotten leeches.
Pliny?
For black. Yeah. Saffron for auburn. And the Emperor Commodus, which I might start doing, apparently powdered his hair with gold dust. I mean, why wouldn't you rather?
But yeah,
fabulous.
Fine. Why not?
Unfortunately, though, toxic things such as lead oxides or quicklime were also used. And these would literally have caused burns. So I guess that's what Corinna's done. Let's go back to the source, think about touch. Ovid points out that hairdressers often suffered too. This wasn't a fun job, being an ornatrix. You could pull somebody's hair, burn their scalp, stab them with a needle. Even if you just styled it wrong, you might get slapped or stabbed in the arm with a hairpin. Marshall actually talks about this too in his epigrams. A woman beats her hairdresser with a mirror because a curl was in the wrong place.
Wow.
Bit extreme.
Very.
But for Corinna, though, this was never a problem because her hair was so lovely. But now it's gone, Laura.
It's gone.
It's gone. It's all burned away. There's nothing left to touch. Nothing for Ovid to run his fingers through of an evening. He's lost that intimacy, and what replaces it is literally foreign. Her new hair will come from Germany, taken by force, probably, from enslaved people.
Yeah.
And so it will be blonde. If we remember, her natural colour wasn't quite anything, was it? So it will look different, it will feel different, in a similar way to the Marshall poem, I guess. The physical loss of something is what Ovid is lamenting.
And it's all her own fault.
All her own fault. Don't overdye your hair, kids.
Cautionary tale. That leads me very nicely on to Juvenal, our final source.
Is he being positive?
No. Has anyone been positive this episode?
No, they're opinionated. They're an opinionated lot.
It's a shame we haven't got more female sources, or
really
any.
Is, yeah.
Anyway, I will end on Juvenal, and we are going to consider sight, so bear that in mind. Juvenal, Satire VI, or Messalina, lines 115 to 122. Take a look at the rivals of the gods. Hear how Claudius suffered. When his wife Messalina knew he was asleep, she would go about with no more than a maid for escort. The empress dared, at night, to wear the hood of a whore, and she preferred a mat to her bed in the Palatine Palace. Dressed in that way, with a blonde wig hiding her natural hair, she'd enter a brothel that stank of old soiled sheets and make an empty cubicle her own, then sell herself.
You had me the soiled sheets.
I did wonder whether to leave that bit in, but,
gosh.
Rounds it off nicely. But yeah, not positive. Juvenal is being very obviously bitchy about Messalina, who got a bad rap from contemporary authors and later authors. Some would say unfairly, but we haven't got time to go down that rabbit hole.
And Messalina is Claudius's wife.
Third wife of 4. Juvenal is likening her to a prostitute. He uses the word whore. He's saying that she'd rather sleep in a brothel.
Yeah.
And make a brothel cubicle her own rather than come and sleep at the Palatine Palace, the beautiful palace that she as empress.
On her soiled sheets.
On her soiled sheets. I mean, obviously he's giving it his all here. But anyway, he's likening to a prostitute, not only in what she's doing and where she's doing it, but her appearance. The blonde wig, specifically the blonde bit.
So blonde equals prostitute?
Well, it does. First we're going to do the wig part though, which in this story, fact or fiction, she's using to conceal her identity.
Yeah.
Right? So we know that wigs were a thing, and actually for men or women. They could hide hair loss, as we just heard in the Corinna example. But also they were used for fashion, and you wanted to be seen in your wig. You wanted to show off, right? Although in this extract, Messalina doesn't want to be seen, or at least she doesn't want to be recognised as Messalina. So the point here is it could draw attention to you or aid you in a disguise. So you could either be seen in a wig and draw people's attention to you, maybe with height, a towering, elaborate wig, curled beautifully, or you could use it to hide your appearance, so to make yourself invisible in a way. Now, the blonde part. Black hair was really popular, and obviously more in keeping with Roman skin tone and natural hair colour. But later on, blonde became really popular. It came from Germany, as you alluded to again in your Ovid. And it's a bit distasteful, as you mentioned there, because they would get the hair from war prisoners. They would enslave the people that they conquered. They would shore the hair and then they would create wigs out of it. So it looks good though, but initially blonde was associated with prostitutes. In the early empire, definitely, prostitutes were actually legally meant to wear their hair blonde, either dye it or wear a wig.
That seems a really weird rule.
I know, they were meant to be indicating their profession. So I guess you could dye. We could use saffron, or sometimes burnt nuts we use to get blonde tones.
Oh, I thought that would be brown.
I know, me too.
Yeah, depending on the nut.
I suppose, yeah. But then thought, that's really expensive, isn't it? I mean, saffron is absolutely, gram for gram, it's more expensive than gold.
Pliny goes on about how difficult it is to
get good saffron these days.
Well, yeah.
It's quite ironic, isn't it, that this profession that is associated with a lower class of society is potentially using or associated with something like saffron, dyeing the hair blonde and achieving that through something that is such an expensive commodity. I thought that was quite an interesting parallel. What you said earlier about it looks good, blonde hair, sometimes Roman ladies like to have very contrasting colours, a bit like balayage as we would know it today. So they might have blonde and a red, or a black and a red, or something.
A lot easier to do in a wig.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be?
Yeah, much easier. But I like that there are so many options. And I will end on a fun fact that you may or may not choose, Caroline, in your capricious role as fact chooser.
Probably won't.
But apparently, some statues had detachable wigs. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, like that.
So maybe because keep up with hairstyle changes, you don't want to go to the expense of getting a whole new bust carved. Just get another little wig to put on it.
Okay, I like that one.
There we go. So is it fun fact time?
It is.
Whoop.
Okay, so shall we recap the fun facts that we've had during the episode?
Yes.
Mine was the name for the curling iron is the same as a spider's bum.
Yes, I've forgotten the name.
Calamistrum.
Calamistrum. There was the gold dust.
Yes.
Commodus and his gold dusty hair.
Did you like that one?
I love that one.
Is it a fun fact?
It was, and I had it in my fun fact section. Detachable wigs.
Yeah, really like that one.
That's strong, isn't it?
Prostitutes being blonde.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Although sad, tinged with sadness.
Can I add another one to the mix?
Yeah.
So in our intro, we mentioned skin.
Mm-hmm.
Small leather patches could be used as skin.
Ooh.
These were called splenia or alutae, worn on the skin to cover spots or sores, but then they actually kind of became popular as fashion accessories in their own right. So that made me think of beauty spots.
Oh, yes.
In the Renaissance, I
Yeah.
guess.
Mm.
So you're covering up the pox.
Yeah.
Really similar thing. So
Yeah.
yeah, small leather patches of skin. Probably looked rubbish up close.
Yeah. You wouldn't want to let Ovid get too close, would you?
No, he'd have a field day on that.
Yeah. Well, I've got two that I would like to share,
Okay.
if you'll indulge me. So, to assist with hair loss, the ever-resourceful Pliny suggests applying a sow's gallbladder mixed with bull's urine or the ashes of an ass's genitals. You know, take your pick.
Either or.
Either or.
Yeah.
It's unclear whether you mix them together or smeared them on as a paste or just pop the whole bladder on your head and hope for the best.
Where's the hat?
Yeah, well, there you go.
Okay, okay.
So that's one. And then in the Republic and early Empire, if you chose to sport a beard, which was not a done thing, you wouldn't be allowed in the Senate unless you shaved it off.
Oh, that is quite fun.
Mm.
Oh, goodness me.
So, Caroline, what are you going to pick?
Okay, I do think my fun fact of the episode has to be the detachable wigs for statues.
Excellent.
Well done, Laura.
Thank you very much. And so we conclude episode 2. Thank you for listening. Remember to get in touch to let us know which fun fact was your favourite. You can find us using our handle at Sistory History on Instagram and Blue Sky, or by dropping an email to sistoryhistory@gmail.com.
Join us next time for episode 3. Bye!
Goodbye.